was included on the Providence Preservation Society's Most Endangered Properties list. The list highlights the most endangered, threatened, historically significant buildings in the city of Providence, and the Masonic Temple is the only one to have made the list for 10 years in a row consecutively. In 1928, before the building was even finished, rumor has it that workers literally just walked off the job, leaving their lunch boxes and tools just on the site, where they would remain for the next 80 some odd years. In 1928, the building deteriorated. It was extremely neglected. Pretty quickly, looters came in and people were stealing pieces of the copper roof. Anything that could be walked away with, people came in and hung out. It became a popular place for graffiti. It was incredibly visible from the highways and the State House.
I've been in there various times with a couple of different people, and it's been quite the experience every time. It's been a lot of fun. As soon as you walk in, you see graffiti on every wall pretty much. It's just like murals everywhere, and this isn't just like the quick bubble letters you see on the side of the highway. I mean, this is like really like serious art everywhere you look, you know? And there's rubble everywhere. It looks like it's been really like run down. There's all these staircases that lead to the upper levels of the temple. It's a condemned building, so the staircases really weren't that safe. Actually, one time coming down the stairs, I did fall through one of the stairs, so you know, it's not exactly the safest place to be, but that kind of adds an element of adventure. Probably one of the most fascinating parts is when you get up to the top level and there's actually light coming in through the roof. It's the entire perimeter of the building where you see just all these pieces, and it's really just amazing. And then there's stadium seating on either side, and then there's pieces on the walls over there, and then it goes down the stairs, and there's even pieces on the stairs. And at the very bottom of the floor, there's what a lot of the writers that go into there refer to as like the graveyard, where they would throw all the empty cans after they were finished piecing. So that was a really cool area. The Temple of Junerism, I think it got its name because of a writer named Juner, who in a really precarious spot wrote the Temple of Junerism, and through that kind of made it his, but I like to think it's open to all writers. So even though it's the Temple of Junerism, I think it's really just the temple of all writers in Providence who want to write in there.
So you've been inside the Temple of Junerism?
Yeah, been there many times.
And you said you've been in there with Juner, so he's a friend of yours?
An acquaintance. Somebody you pass and meet, and you know, in weird places you bump into, and that's how it happened. It's kind of like, you know what I mean? I don't know him like that. Just know him. You know what I mean? I know him. I don't know him, but I know him. See how it goes?
The last part that I remember being really cool was getting up onto the roof and actually seeing the spot where Juner did the Temple of Junerism piece. You know, it was a really beautiful view. You could see the State House right across, and there were some more pieces on the roof, and you could actually like lean over the roof and see where Juner did that Temple of Junerism piece. So there was a lot of speculation to how he did it. I know I remember looking over and seeing a really small ledge and wondering, did he stand on that really small ledge and do it, or did he hang over the ledge and do it upside down? Because it looked like a really precarious spot. And also, you know, being on the top of a 6-7 story building, I don't know how he did it, but I'd like to know, because it was clearly a really difficult piece to do, and I give him a lot of credit for getting it where he did and essentially making the temple his through that, because that's probably the most visible part of the temple from the city.
He's like one of those type of people from the mountains. You know what I mean? You can walk on snow. We cover their tracks, so it's like hard to detect the kid. You know what I mean? So that's how he is. You know, if he was mounting a hunting party to look for him, it's gonna be hard. You need to hound dogs. You need all kinds of stuff to get to that, because he makes multiple exits. So it's just hard to, you know what I mean? It's just hard to deal with the kid. You know what I mean? So that's the reason I like to mess with him. You know what I mean? Because he knows his thing. We were partners at one time, and that was it. And you know, he went on, and you know, I didn't move fast enough for him, so he chose to follow the next group of waves of people to actually to do his tag team assault. And plus, he was running with another crowd at that time. you got pros to do that whole thing. So, you know what I mean? I can't hate the kid. You know what I mean? If he's thirsty, he's thirsty. If it's well done, I don't mind, but if it's like a bunch of like nobodies who just trying to come up and just make a mess, it makes the area look even worse than what it is. You know what I mean? So sometimes, you know what I mean, it's just like where you don't want to shit where you live at. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I don't go out destroying no kind of property. I just hit my marks. I figure out what I'm going to do. And I'm more of an artist. I choose you know what I mean, how I think. If I'm going to get caught for that, I'm going to get caught for doing something nice. Not just doing something big or I don't know, like just out of the blue. So if I'm going to go out, I'm going to do out with a bang. This is the way I always did it, and this is the way I'm going to continue doing it.
We were very happy to, of course, remove the building from the list when it was rehabilitated as a Renaissance Providence Hotel. We actually released our 2007 Most Endangered Properties list at a press conference right in front of the building, and it served as a backdrop, which was very symbolic of the power of the list, because our constant advocating for the building definitely had a large part in the fact that it was ultimately saved and rehabilitated. In 1997, Marriott Renaissance came forward. They presented the plans to develop a luxury hotel. It opened in 2007, the Renaissance Providence Hotel, which is a luxury hotel with a restaurant and banquet facilities, now opened in the Masonic Temple.